G'day everyone, Lauren Kress, the business scientist here. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time watching a video of mine, I share videos about life, career, and business. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about why a content calendar is important, who's it for, and why does it matter. So let's jump straight into it. All right, so there's three common challenges when it comes to deciding on whether or not. I've had a lot of people procrastinate when it comes to creating a content calendar. I've heard so many people, consultants, business owners, people looking to build their personal brand, say things like, well, when it comes to content, it's just about throwing stuff on the wall and seeing what sticks. Now, if we approach other aspects of our business like this, it would be an absolute nightmare. But for some reason, when it comes to content and marketing, there's a lot of misunderstandings about structure, planning, and process. And at the heart of it, having a content calendar is so important. So big challenge when it comes to creating a content calendar is just understanding why you need one, which we'll talk about in this first video today of this 3-part series. The second common challenge is what needs to be on it. What are the key ingredients that go into making a great content calendar that's going to help you achieve all the goals that we're going to talk about in the why? And finally, how do you actually create one? How do you create a content calendar that's going to be not too difficult to create in the first place and not going to be super high maintenance to maintain? The big thing to understand, firstly, is that there are huge benefits to creating content consistently. Now, I'm a really big fan of Professor Byron Sharp. Professor Byron Sharp wrote this 2-part series on how brands grow. And if you're interested in finding out more about that, I've done a separate couple of videos on that as well. And I'll put the link in the descriptions and in the cards here too. One of the things that Professor Byron Sharp addresses is these 7 rules for brand growth. And if you're kind of wondering, like, what are the benefits of content? Essentially, it comes back to something really basic. It's how brands grow. So if we don't have content, if we don't have marketing, put simply, no one knows who we are. So if you're not doing content correctly, what you're going to find is every time you go and approach a client, you're starting from scratch with them. They're not warm, they're cold. You don't have trust. You don't have a reputation. You don't have a brand. You're always going through sales. I've got lots of videos on the benefits of marketing and why this is important. But essentially, at the end of the day, it comes down to you can grow your brand more effectively and efficiently so you can make more money. That's essentially why you need a content calendar. Really, really basic. You have a content calendar, you're getting out to the market more, you make more money. Now, these 7 rules for brand growth, like I said, I do go through this in a separate video, but really, really quickly, the first rule is you need to continuously reach buyers. Now, I don't know about you, but if I don't have a schedule, if I don't have a content calendar, if I don't have a way to know how I'm going to do that, that becomes much more difficult. It's kind of like trying to remember all the different parties and events you need to go to throughout the year without knowing what dates they're on, right? I don't know when this is happening, but I know there's all these birthdays that I've got to go to, and I'm not going to write anything down. It creates a lot of problems for our brain. But we know we need to continuously reach buyers. That is the why. We also need to ensure the brand is easy to buy and that we can get noticed. So what that means is that we understand who we're targeting, what they need, how our content fits into their life, how our product fits into our life if we're selling a product, or if you're selling a service, same thing. How is what I do relevant? When is it relevant? Where is it relevant? So if you've got an audience that is very busy, they don't hang out on Facebook a lot or Instagram a lot. They don't have the time. And when they are on Facebook and Instagram, they're probably looking for a relief. They're looking for time out away from business. Then they might not be the best channels to use to target those people. You might need to look at other avenues to target those people. If you're looking at a group, say, that are currently at home trying to figure out how to solve the problem of being a new parent, being a new mum or dad, and they're stuck at home and they're looking for ways to connect and find community, then Facebook and Instagram could be a great way for them to find out about you. You need to refresh and build memory structures. So you need to make sure that you don't just say something once. We don't remember something generally if we've just been told it once. We often need to be told multiple times. And the best way to build memory structures is through visual information. We retain and recall visual information much better than we do if we've just been told something verbally or we read something via text. So really, really important that we keep that in mind as well. Part of that visual messaging is that we need to create and use distinctive brand assets. That might be you being on camera, your images, it might be your brand style guidelines, it might be your voice in your podcast, lots of different ways that you can create and use distinctive brand assets. It's important that the person knows where that message is coming from. Otherwise, you can just be building business for your competitor. You need to be consistent and you need to stay competitive. So it's really, really important that you are there every day. You're there when your clients, your audience expect you to be there, sending out those messages. And to stay competitive, you need to keep on top of trends, what's happening. Make sure that you're delivering value, that you're the last one to deliver value, not your competitors. Really, really important. Now, this takes us into the beginning of what we're going to be exploring more of in the second part of this video, which is the 3 core ingredients that you need to include in your content calendar. So the first is relevance. You need to make sure that you have relevant topics on your content calendar. We'll dive into that a little bit more. You need to make sure that you have rhythm. You need to make sure that you actually have a style, a time of day, a time of week that you're reaching out and reconnecting with your audience. You need to be reliable. This is something that's very hard to do at the best of times, and again, where a content calendar comes in handy. So join me in part 2 of this video and we'll talk more about each of these key ingredients and how they go into your content calendar. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, share it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more career, marketing, and business tips from me. Cheers, guys.